Good morning, 7th graders. Today we are learning about a relationship, but it is not a relationship that we think of a relationship as. Today we are learning about the relationship between volume and capacity within the metric system. So, do any of you know what capacity means? If you read the first sentence in your lesson, you'll know what capacity means. I have a definition up here on the board. It says capacity. The capacity of an object is the amount the object will hold, all right? And the capacity of an object is directly related to the volume of the object, because you guys know, remember what volume is? It has three dimensions. It has our length, our width, and our height. And it is, like, for instance, a teacup or a teapot. It has volume, okay? It can hold things in it. So the volume is directly, the capacity of a object is directly related to its volume, because the capacity of a teacup is much smaller than the capacity of a teapot, because the volume of a teacup is much smaller than the volume of a teapot, okay? Let's keep reading, or let's finish reading at the top of page 60. The teaspoon has a capacity of 5 milliliters, a teacup has a capacity of 250 milliliters, and the teapot has a capacity of 1 liter. All right, so our relationship between volume and capacity is the three lines right below what I just read. And I have it up here on the board. So 1 milliliter fills the volume of 1 centimeter cubed, all right? Remember, cubed stands for, or 3 stands for cubed, and we always cube our volume, all right? We have 1,000 milliliters, or 1 liter, fills the volume of 1,000 centimeters cubed. And we have 1,000 liters, or which equals 1 kiloliter, fills the volume of 1 meter cubed, okay? So those are the relationships that you guys are going to want to become familiar with in this lesson, that 1 milliliter fills the volume of 1 centimeter cubed, and the other two, all right? So be sure you familiarize yourself with those three relationships between capacity and volume, all right? If we keep reading, it says, what is the capacity of the coffee mug rounded to the nearest milliliter? So the shape of the mug is cylindrical. Use the formula to find the volume of the cylinder. So you guys remember what your formula is for finding the volume of a cylinder? Remember, it's V equals base times our height, and our base is a circle, so we would substitute our capital B for the area of a circle. And then we found that, and then the capacity of the coffee mug to the nearest milliliter is 452 milliliters, okay? So that is how capacity and volume are related to each other, because if you have something that is high in volume, it's going to be high in capacity. So the more volume something has, the more capacity, or the amount it is able to hold will be higher, okay? So you can go ahead and answer questions 1 and 2, give the more reasonable measurement, and then on the next page, you guys have to find the volume of a cylinder. So go ahead and find that. And then in number 4, you have to give the capacity of the box. And you're going to use proportions to find that. If you're wanting to find the capacity of your cylinder or your container, so you want to give the capacity of the box in kiloliters. So once you figure out how many cubic meters, or how many meters are in that container, for A, you can set up a proportion that 1 meter cubed, so here's where our 1 meter cubed is, equals how many, we want to know how many kiloliters. So we're going to use liters or kiloliters? We're going to use kiloliters, right? So we're going to set that up as a proportion just like that, and then we can use, once we figure out how much capacity is in our container, we can put that up here, because we're going to set it up where the meters are, and then we can solve our proportion like that as well. And then we do the same thing for B as well. We're going to set up a proportion to solve those. All right, and And you have, on page 64, you have number 37, is you guys have to complete that chart. That is a relationship between volume and capacity. So you guys are going to need to use those to solve that as well. All right, and there's no star problems in today's lesson, I believe, unless I'm overlooking them. But that is all for your lesson today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys later.